Hi guys, today we'll be analyzing two main stocks for the American markets, Netflix and Amazon. Here we see Netflix on a daily chart with the two MA bands derived based on its historical volatility and the Stark bands. As we can see here, the Stark bands are really close to the MA bands, which is a very contrarian signal. And also we see two spikes in volumes approximately with a high around 450 US dollar. Actually, this can be a really interesting area where we might trigger a short. But let's move now to see my proprietary indicator. Where here we see a sort of a Hurst-Benz. Actually, is a derived indicator created by my father, and as we see here, every time, okay, let's look here, every time the price get really close to Hurst bands, we see a contrarian movement. This is a daily chart, okay, so actually here from 400 we have seen a movement till 230 US dollar. So here we're the same situation now, the same scenario. The Hurst bands, or better, my indicator derived by the Hurst bands is moving up, yet the price has been really close to touch the upper band. As we can see here, the same here, once the price touched the lower band, we've seen a rebound. So here at 300 US dollar till for 60. Same was here, once the price touched the lower band around 250, we've seen a movement up to 360. So actually this is a very good opportunity to start triggering a short, yet the other indicator that I have here is still positive. So what we could see now is a sort of movement, okay, till this area 44, okay, 440 euro, sorry, US dollar. From here we could trigger a short. It's a really interesting situation right now, because of course I expect the American market to move down, and Netflix seems to have a very high relative strength if compared with the general market. Yet, from a technical point of view, we see that the price is really close to the upper band. And again, every time we've seen this, then we've seen a contrarian movement, which has been confirmed by our Stark bands. Okay, here we've seen the Stark bands is closing. Is really close, okay, to the MA bands. Actually, from here was a perfect scenario to trigger a short for 450, and then we've seen the movement till 390. But again, these two spikes in volumes are really interesting. And so what I could see, actually, we could trigger a short in this area 440, okay, where we see also the upper stack bands. Now let's move to Amazon and let's see how is the situation, the current situation with Amazon. Actually, from a technical point of view, Amazon seems to be more interesting than Netflix. So if we want to trigger a short, actually I would prefer to trigger a short with Amazon rather than with Netflix, even if it's extremely important to underline that Netflix has a price against a earnings ratio equal to 100, which means actually Netflix is extremely expensive. And if the market is going to fall down, actually it is really difficult to think that Netflix can still stand at that position. Okay. Right now, what we see here for Amazon, we see that the Stark bands have intersected, okay, the upper MA bands. Actually, since we use a contrarian view in this case, we should expect a movement downwards. Also, really interesting, we see here a spike in volumes where the upper Stark bands has intersected the MA bands, and as well here we see two increase in volumes. Okay, actually I'm really confident that the next movement for Amazon will be around this area, 2000 US dollar. So yeah, I'm quite confident this is the first support for Amazon. Let's see with the software, my with my indicator, what we can retrieve for Amazon, what the Hearst bands and my property indicator are telling us to about Amazon. Let's see here. Okay, again, even in this case, we see that the indicator is above the oscillator. Okay, but actually there is a big amplitude between the two indicators. Okay, between indicators and the oscillator. And here, of course, we should change for the Hurst bands the volatility in order to make it proper setup based on the Amazon volatility. Okay, let's see what it can tell us, what the indicator can tell us. As well here, as we can see here, we have a 2000. Okay, perfect. So actually, we see that actually this is a full short for me because the price has hit the upper part, okay, of the Hartz bands of the indicator derived by the Hartz bands. So again, even here, this actually is very contrarian indicator. So I have no doubt anymore that Amazon has a great probability to fall down this 2000 US dollar. Okay, guys, so for today is everything. Thank you.